See if I actually live this. I live on 12. Surprised I actually live. That does nothing. I might actually just end up losing to this thing because I just have nothing to really touch it. I don't know if that was a low roll there either. Like, if that was a low roll and I just happened to live because of a low roll, that would just be real. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Scarlet and Violet Regulation F VGC. Got a really cool team around CONKELDURR today that's actually with the Trick Room. CONKELDURR actually got added back. I think it was with the... I think it was the Teal Mask DLC with the Kitakami region of the game. And I haven't really used it very much. I might have used it on a team not too long ago. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I kind of forgot, but I think it was an entire different, like, CONKELDURR. I don't think it even was, like, a Trick Room variant. So it's actually a team with CONKELDURR under Trick Room with the Flame Warp Guts. It's actually a double fighting type team, too, with, like, Instruct or Rangaru, which is kind of cool. So, kind of an underrated mod. I think the reason why CONKELDURR doesn't really, see it that much is because it's, first of all, it's a fighting type with Flutter Main being, like, the best thing in the entire VGC format, which automatically kind of makes it irrelevant. Plus, you just have a lot better fighting types, like Iron Hands, which is also on this team, and a few other ones, so, and Urshifu, which kind of makes it difficult and justifiable to be used. But apart from that, it's actually a team by Anthony20 or Violet. If you guys want to use this team, I'll have a Poke Paste for this team down below. Rental code up in the corner if you guys want to use the team. I'm going to run through this real quick, and we're going to hop in some games. We got the Iapapa Berry in Incineroar. It's kind of cool. I've seen a lot of Citrus, like that's the main, like 99.9% item you see on this Incineroar. Iapapa is a little bit different. AV Iron Hands, kind of standard. Running the Supercell Slam, so we're going to see how that goes. Because if you actually land it into a Protect, or like you miss, you take Recoil, so that's going to be really kind of interesting to see how that works. We get the Black Glasses, King Gamut, just really standard. The Farigiraf with the Citrus Berries, mainly get up Trick Room. And then you got the Trick Room or Rangaru with the Mental Herb, just so you can't be taunted by any taunt users or anything like that. So, and then you got the CONKELDURR on the team, which actually Terra Dragon. I'm not sure what the Terra Dragon's really for, because you're still weak to Fairy type moves, which is kind of weird. A lot of the CONKELDURR I do see with like the Flame Warp Facade build are usually Terra Normal, which could be a lot better. So we're gonna see how Terra Dragon CONKELDURR actually works, but which is the Facade and the Flame Warp. You also got the Mach Punch there for priority, which is kind of cool. But no Protect on this build either, which is a little bit weird. So you're going to have to try to get the Flame Warp boost just by coming in and trying to get a kill on something or that type of thing. So we're going to see how it works. Also, if you guys want me to continue doing some sessions for you guys, I know like the format's kind of boring right now. We're like mid Regulation F. I don't know when Regulation G is going to be dropping. I'm assuming probably not until like late March is when we're going to probably start getting like Regulation G and getting away from Regulation F. I'm going to be real with you guys, I'm really bored of VGC right now, and obviously you guys seem to be as well, because a lot of the views on a lot of the current videos I've been doing around like the VGC stuff, like sessions with a lot of like really cool teams recently, haven't really been doing as well as I wanted them to, especially with a lot of time that actually goes into recording the videos and like editing these videos and all that type of stuff. So if you guys do like the video, show some support, I'd really appreciate if you guys would leave a like or even share the video. It would really help. But at least as of now, I'm going to kind of cut back on the Pokemon stuff. We've got Pokemon Day on the way. I don't know when you guys are going to be seeing this video exactly, but I'll probably be doing some stuff talking about whatever we get for Pokemon Day, what I think is going to be on the 27th, which is a Tuesday. But apart from that, not going to really be doing too much going future, at least with like Regulation F. I'm going to kind of be cutting back on a lot of stuff just because the videos aren't really doing the greatest, and mainly just because it takes forever to try to record for these type of videos, and especially with how long it takes to edit the videos. If the videos aren't really doing the greatest, it just doesn't make sense to really do it when I can just be doing like other stuff like Overwatch or Apex Legends, or even like Splatoon 3, which has a new season dropping. At least when you guys are seeing this, it might already be out. So apart from that, just wanted to kind of throw that in here at the beginning of the video, so you guys see a lot less Pokemon stuff over here, at least going forward for like the next few weeks until we get like Regulation G or like anything crazy out of the ordinary. That's kind of why. But apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Hey, let's hop in some games. Alright, I am back with a game. In the first game, we're going against a team with Kyogre, Rain Spam, so that's going to be fun. My opponent has the Regieleki, Kyogre, Greninja, Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Garchomp, and Skarmory. Skarmory is another really cool mon. I think Skarmory is actually really underrated. If Corviknight was not in the game, I think Skarmory would be a lot better. The only problem, it kind of gets outshadowed by Corviknight with its Corviknight just overall is kind of a better Steel Flying type mon, but still really love Skarmory. It's one of my favorite Gen 3 mons. I don't know what I actually bring here. I need Trick Room. I really need Trick Room, but like I just don't know what actually lives. Like what actually lives probably like a Specs in the Rain Terra Water like water spout here. I'm forced to leave with Iron Hands just to try to fake out the Kyogre. I think that's what I gotta have to try to do here. I'm gonna bring the Oranguru here. Oranguru, Iron Hands lead. What else do I really want to bring here? I'm gonna bring the Conkeldurr. Does not look too bad here. And then I'm gonna bring the King Gambit. I think that's what I bring here. I think that's my play. The Incineroar ain't bad either, but like being that he's gonna bring Kyogre, I feel like it's kind of just worthless bringing that. It's good into the Ogre Pond, but apart from that, I guess maybe the Skarmory too, but it really depends. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video, would really appreciate it. He actually leads with the Skarmory Regieleki, so no Kyogre lead. Unless he's like lead screens Regieleki. I'm just gonna fake out to break a possible Sash here, and then I'm gonna throw out my Trick Room. If he has Taunt, then I just actually get around that with the Mental Herb here, so. Does a lot of damage. I didn't think it was gonna do that much. Oh, he has Iron. He's an Iron Defense Body Press Skarmory. Get this shit out of here. I think what I do here, I can go for Supercell Slam, but like if he protects on this turn, that could be kind of bad. He's probably Sturdy. I'm assuming that's what he has, because I think the other reason why like you don't see Skarmory over like Corviknight too is because it has better abilities than Skarmory does. Skarmory only has like weak armor, and I think it has Keen Eye. I think it has Sturdy. Like Corviknight has way better abilities with like Mirror Armor, just so much better. So. I mean, I can go for Instruct here as well, I think that's what I'm going to do. He's going to withdraw the Regieleki, so that's perfect. As long as he doesn't go for Protect here. What does he have? He has Garchomp, that's fine. That does nothing. That really does not do much. It's going to be a roll of whether I actually kill here. That's a kind of low roll. I'm surprised he actually lived. Body Press does a shit ton of damage. I'm kind of in a bad spot here because like I kind of got to lock myself into Drain Punch. I don't think I actually kill the Garchomp here at all, unfortunately. I mean, I can Supercell Slam again, but I'm just going to Drain Punch. I mean, I can go for Instruct Drain Punch. I think that's what I do here. Drain Punch should still do a decent amount to the Garchomp. I can also go for Foul Play, but I think just Instruct's good here. Get some health back, because I should outspeed the Garchomp under Trick Room, get rid of the Skarmory. If he would have set up the +4 there, that actually would have really been bad. Because I think the only other thing I have to really deal with that would maybe be the King Gambit in the back with like Kotao Cleave. But like him having Garchomp, he would force a Terra. He actually has Rough Skin. Earthquake, I think I'm dead here actually. See how much this does. Doesn't kill anything, but it does a shit ton of damage. Or maybe I was better off going for Foul Play there. Maybe Foul Play would have did a lot more damage, I'm not sure. He has Regieleki. I'm just gonna go for Drain Punch again. Drain Punch should do a shit ton of damage. I'm just gonna Instruct Drain Punch again. He might have Protect, and if he has Protect here, he goes for it. He doesn't have Protect. Okay, I just straight up get rid of the Regieleki. That's crazy. Get a lot of health back. I think with how much health I can get back here, I can maybe live another Earthquake. I'm running out of Trick Room turns, so like that's going to be the problem here. There's a lot of damage. I just take Rough Skin. I have to eat another Earthquake. The Oran Guru is dropping here, like that's the problem, because I'm not going to have any Trick Room. I think I have like 1 turn of Trick Room left, and if he has Coyote, actually it's supposed for Outrage. It's fine by me. Actually, Earthquake would have been a better play for him there. I don't know why he went for Outrage. Because I would have lived in Outrage anyways if he would have went after the Iron Hands there. I'm going to go right out into the CONKELDUR because he's locked into Outrage now, so... I think I have 1 more turn of Trick Room left. He has Ogre Pawn, that's fine by me. I don't know what Ogre Pawn really does here. Unless he goes Terra, he can maybe have a chance to one-shot me, but... I'm just going to Drain Punch the Ogre Pawn here, and then... I think I have Trick Room up for 1 more turn, yeah. So he's locked into Outrage, which is good for me because now I can just kind of just go for Ice Punch here. I'm guaranteed to get a free kill. So I'm glad he actually locked himself into Outrage there. Because he could have tried to maybe stall my Trick Room out if he had Protect, but... him being locked in kind of prevented that there. No Spiky Shield. You're taking half your health bar, bud. I don't know if this guy's just not running Protect on any of his mons or what the fuck the problem is. I feel like there's a lot of times like he could have used Protect in this match and he would have... There's a lot of damage. Almost one-shotted me. Like he could have kind of easily stalled out my Trick Room based off of like the... just Protect stalling me, which would have been a huge problem. Unless he just has no Protect on a lot of his mons. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna Drain Punch again, and then I'm gonna... I'll just double Drain Punch here. He's gonna Terra now, though. I guess maybe a Mach Punch would have been better, but... He can only kill 1 Mon here, I think whatever he goes after, I think he still dies on this turn. I guess if I really wanted to, I guess what I should have did on the last time was go Terra Dragon. I lived that, actually. It's crazy. I guess what I could have did in the last turn is go Terra Dragon, that way I would have resisted the Fire-type move from Ogre Pawn. Maybe that's why the CONKELDURR's Terra Dragon, just mainly for Ogre Pawn. I don't think it really would have mattered there anyways, though, because I think the Iron Hand was still at full health, so... Not bad. He didn't even bring the Kyogre, which I'm really surprised about, because Kyogre destroys my team. I'm really shocked he never brought Kyogre. Really surprising. Not bad though, really solid first match with this team. CONKELDURR putting in a little bit of work, mainly the Iron Hands just shitting all over his team. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent has Alcremie, Rillaboom, Clodsire, Annihilate, Metagross, and Frigoraph. So, kind of like a half Trick Room team and like some shit with like Decorate. Kind of a really weird team, so. What do I actually bring here? I really want to bring Incineroar, but like he has Clear Body, Metagross, and he also has Defiance, so I don't really want to bring that. I think what I really do here, I mean CONKELDURR's okay here, but I don't know what really CONKELDURR does, if I'm being real here. It doesn't have Protect either, like that's the main problem I'm running into with this CONKELDURR is it doesn't have Protect, so like I can't get the Flame Orb boost on the first turn to where I start doing damage. I just take so much damage when I don't have the boost by the point where like I just can't really do much at that point afterwards. Either I die to the Flame Orb in the next few turns, or like they have priority and I just get picked off. That's the problem I'm having with it so far. I think I'm gonna bring the Oranguru here. I'll bring Oranguru, I'll bring this. I'll bring the Iron Hands. I mean, I guess I'll bring the CONKELDURR. Doesn't really pay bringing Frigoraph here. Or this Incineroar when he has so much shit that doesn't get affected or gets boosted by Intimidate, so. It's Frigoraph, Alcremie, so. It's gonna try to decorate Frigoraph. The Frigoraph's actually offensive. That's what this is. I have a few options here. I can go for a Trick Room. He might have Imprison, but I'm just going to go for Trick Room on this turn. I don't know what he has to really one-shot the Bisharp, the King Gambit here. I'm just going to Protect. I think what he does is he goes Defensive Terra, which he's probably going to do right here. He goes Terra Fairy. And then he goes for Decorate on this turn. He tries to one-shot something. He does have Terra Fairy. Unfortunately, this King Gambit doesn't have a Steel move, which kind of sucks. I think if you're running King Gambit right now, you need to run a Steel move. I don't even know if I can take it. Can I take a +1 Dazzling Gleam or +2 Dazzling Gleam? I'm not sure. I don't know if I actually take that. I barely do. I gotta keep in mind here too, like the Oranguru is slower than the King Gambit, so I can't go for Instruct on this turn. So I gotta go for Taunt on this turn here. I just can't go for it because otherwise it'll just lock me into Protect. So I'm gonna go Taunt on this turn here, and then I mean I can go for Kotal Cleave. I just don't know how much damage that's actually gonna do here. I just don't have a Steel move. That's the main problem with this King Gambit. That's one of my only other complaints with this team. I wish the King Gambit had a Steel move, at least in all the games I've played. Kind of really holds it back. Wish instead of like Swords Dance, I would have had like Iron Head or something. Okay, he's gonna withdraw. Okay, that's good. It just depends what he goes into, because now if he goes into Annihilate and he goes for Decorate, that could be a problem. But like going into this, like he's gonna be taking solid damage still, so. Oh, I forgot about Aroma Veil. I forgot about that actually. That's a 2-hit kill. I guess with Citrus it's not, but I got Instruct, so. If I go for Instruct on this next turn, now he goes for Dazzling Gleam. I live that, that's fine. So the taunt was used because of the Aurora Veil, or Aroma Veil, so I'm just going to Instruct on this turn. I Instruct here. I wish I would have went for Swords Dance there. Like, imagine if I would have went for Swords Dance, that would have been crazy. Double Instruct Kotal Cleave here should kill the Annihilate, though. Unless he protects. He doesn't protect, so get out of here. Not bad, get out of here. So that's one huge threat out of the way. Allows me to spam fighting moves late game. He's gonna go for Dazzling Gleam again, that's fine. I'm not really worried about the Alcremie, like it just comes down if he starts using it to set up on stuff. Just the main thing. He has this thing too, which could be a problem. I think what I do here is I'm gonna Instruct and I'm gonna double into the Alcremie. I think that's what I do here. I'm not really worried about the Clodsire. I don't know what it really wants to do versus me, so. I have Flame Ward boosted CONKELDURR in the back, which should still do a fuck ton of damage to it. He goes for Protect, that's perfect. That's perfect. Fine by me. I think Alcremie also gets Recover. Okay. I never went after the Clodsire, though. I went after the Alcremie. Why does one of them go into the Clodsire? That's stupid. I don't live. I think I have like 1 or 2 more turns of Trick Room, though. I'm gonna go into the CONKELDURR on this turn. I don't know from this range if I'm actually gonna be able to get rid of the Alcremie if I double into it. Like, I'm forced to go for Facade here, like, that's the main problem. And if I go Terra, like, I'm still weak to Fairy types. That's just the main problem I'm having here. I mean, I can go after the Clodsire too, I guess, but I'm kind of forced to go for Facade here. Facade, and then I go to Kotal Cleave on this turn. If he goes for Protect, I'm fucked. He's gonna switch out, that's fine. That does nothing. Wow, that does not do anything. That legit does nothing. That's the problem with this CONKELDURR. I wish I had Protect on this thing. I wish this CONKELDURR had Protect. That's one of the main gripes with this team so far. Because now he gets to Decorate on this next turn, the Trick Room is gone, so I'm fucked. Like, I think being at +2, I just get fucking one-shotted by everything on his team now. I think I'm not sure what the Iron Hands is Terra Fire, but like I'm not gonna one-shot the Frigoraph back, plus him having a Claude Sire in the back. I think I just get fucked here if I'm being real. Like now I have the boost, but like there's no way I'm living a +2 Dazzling Gleam. If I somehow live though, I'll go after the Frigoraph. If I somehow live. I can't Sucker Punch either because of the Armor Tail, which kind of sucks, but I'll protect here. Alright, as if he didn't have enough damage, he has to go for the Helping Hand now. As if I didn't already get knocked into like the next dimension. There's no way I'm living this. There's no way I'm living. I don't even have Assault Vest. There's that like +3 Terra Fairy boost. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. I don't really care for the Terra on the Conkeldurr too. I wish this Conkeldurr was like Terra Normal. I think if I was Terra Normal there, maybe I would have had a chance to live. Or like Terra Steel or something like a defensive Terra. That's like immune to Fairy or like resist Fairy would have been great. Like Terra Fire, maybe Terra Fire. I understand why it's not Terra Fire because the Iron Hands is Terra Fire, but I'm gonna Heavy Slam. And actually, I'm gonna Terra Fire. I'm gonna Terra Fire Heavy Slam, and then we're gonna YOLO. I don't even think a Heavy Slam actually one-shots him at all either, which is kind of the sad thing. Like now I just make myself weak to Claude Sire, so like Claude Sire just auto wins the game for me now, or for him anyways. Because now he probably has Earthquake, and Earthquake probably one-shots me. Yeah, that is not even a 2 kill. And he's Rocky Helmet, so there's no way I win this. I'm just gonna surrender. There's no way I win. It's really unfortunate. I know there's a few major changes I would actually make with this team. I think that's kind of why we lost. We just didn't have the tools that we really needed here. I guess you could make the argument if I would have brought the Incineroar, but like, what does Incineroar do versus the team that he brought as well? Like, Incineroar does nothing. Same with Frigoraph. Frigoraph doesn't do shit there either, so I think this team needs a few major moveset changes. I think that's what this team really needs. At least for me playing a few testing games up until this point. It's kind of the only reason I've lost a lot of games. But let's hop into probably 1 or 2 more games with this team. Alright, we got another game. My opponent's using an entire team of legendaries, so we're going to see how this team does versus all legends. He has the Latias, Regice, Tornadus, Samazenta, Giratina, and I think that's Eternatus is the last one. So what I do here is I'm going to try to bring Trick Room again. I just don't know what I should bring as a Trick Room setter here. I don't know which one's better, actually. I think actually the Frigoraph's a little bit better here because he does have Giratina. Giratina can't do shit to Frigoraph, so I'm also Terra Fairy, which ain't too bad into his team. I think that's my play here. I'm going to bring the Frigoraph for this game. This is another game where, too, I wish I had a Steel move just for the Regice. I think it would be really good. What else do I want to bring here? It's also another game, too, I wish I had, like, Protect on the Conkeldurr, because, like, Frigoraph, Conkeldurr lead here would be really good if I had Protect, just set up the Trick Room on turn 1. That'd be really, really good here. Unfortunately, I don't though, and if I do bring it, I'll get one-shotted by everything. I think this is what I bring here. I could bring Incineroar again, but it just doesn't really do much for me. It's more passive. I'd rather bring offense versus this guy. And the Intimidate's only good at like first like 1 or 2 things on his team. He has a lot of special attackers, so kind of weird not bringing Incineroar to a lot of these games. So I think we're just getting some weird matchmaking. Usually you bring Incineroar to a lot of your games, but we just going to get some teams where it just doesn't really make sense to bring it. With this, if he goes for taunts, he can't taunt me, so I'm just gonna go for Trick Room here. I don't know what he has to one-shot me unless he has like Terra Dragon, Draco Meteor. And there's no way he one-shots me here. I could also go for Protect here, but I don't know what he really has for me. I think what I do here is I'm just gonna Sword Stance. I don't know what he has to one-shot me. He's gonna switch, so that's fine. I used the defense boost. I actually maybe shouldn't have Sword Stance. I maybe should have just tried to go after the Tornadus, but he brings the Tailwind up, which is pretty good. So at least the Tornadus on this next turn's probably dropping. I think that's what I'm going to try to go after here. I think the Kingambit's going to drop via a fighting move, but I can go for Dazzling Gleam and get some solid damage off here, and then I'm just going to go for Kotal Cleave. Get rid of the Tornadus. If he's Sash, he's still gone. He just gets one-shotted. I think the Kingambit drops here, though, because he's going to go for like close combat, probably. Dazzling Gleam does nothing. Holy shit, that does nothing. I'm dead. Goodbye. So I kind of just traded, pretty much. That sucks. He does have the defense drops now, though, so he's either forced to switch out or he takes a lot of damage. I'm going to try to go into the CONKELDURR here. Sometimes, I think most of they try to run. I think they also have, like, Play Rough for coverage, so I don't know if I even get... If I'm able to one-shot him without a Guts boost here. I don't know, like, I forgot what typing this thing is. It's Steel Fighting, so... I think they run Play Rough as coverage a lot of the time, though. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go for Helping Hand. We're going to Helping Hand Drain Punch and see how much damage that does. He's at neutral defense now because he got the defense drop, so we'll see how much it does. With a Helping Hand boost, I'm curious. Okay, we got the kill on the Zamazenta, that's fine. Not bad. I didn't think I was going to get the kill there because I never had the Guts boost, but... Goes for Toxic. Oh, I wish he would have went for Toxic on the CONKELDURR, that would have been great. I'm fine with Toxic though, like what does Toxic really do for me? Like I'm just shitting damage and like he's just over here trying to stall me. He's running out of Mons, like he's down to his last 2 Mons already. I got like 3 turns of Trick Room left. He has Latias too, which kind of gets shit on. I think what I do here is I'm just gonna Helping Hand and I'm gonna go for Ice Punch here. If he doesn't Terra, he's probably gonna Terra here. If he goes Terra Dragon, if he's Terra Dragon, it probably one-shots him, but he's Terra Psychic. If I would have went for Facade probably would have killed. Still does a solid amount of damage, though. He goes for Calm Mind, that's fine. I outspeed him, I don't know if you realize that, I outspeed him for 2 more turns, so... Dynamax Cannon, do I live this? I just get one-shotted by it, okay. So what I'm not sure if Dynamax Cannon, if that's a turn that, or if it's like a move that requires you to charge, or like, not move on the next turn like Hyper Beam. I'm not sure here. I could go for Fake Out, but I don't know what he really has to one-shot me here. I'm just gonna go for Supercell Slam. Actually, yeah. I mean, Heavy Slam might do more damage, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna go for Facade on the Latias. I still have Terra Fire too, but like I don't know what he really has to touch me. Because now it's a 2v1, I don't know what he has to one-shot both of these Mons. Heavy Slam should at least do somewhat decent amount of damage. That does way less than I thought I was going to do. That does nothing. I guess Dynamax Cannon doesn't require you to charge for a turn either, so it's just a full-out like nuking type move. I don't know, you guys gotta bear with me, I don't play against a lot of these legendaries, like the Eternatus and all this garbage. I will be in Regulation G, but we aren't in Regulation G yet. What do I want to do here? I really can't really touch, actually. I can't really do much to him. I wish I would have went for a Fake Out, because that probably would have did more damage, actually. But I'm going to go for Supercell Slam here. I got Ice Punch, so we'll see how much that does. See if I actually live this. I live on 12. Surprised I actually live. That does nothing. I might actually just end up losing to this thing, because I just have nothing to really touch it. I don't know if that was a low roll there either. Like, if that was a low roll and I just happened to live because of a low roll, that would just be pure luck. If I would have dropped, I think I maybe would have lost, because I just don't have anything to touch the Eternatus there. I have Drain Punch and I have Supercell Slam, which does nothing. Plus, I'm Toxic, so I maybe would have lost there. That was a really close game. Really close match. I'll see you guys in probably one more game with this team. Alright, we're here with another game. My opponent has the Magmar, Fluttermane. I think that's Hisuian or Zapdos. I forgot which one. I think that's Hisuian Zapdos. Amoonguss, Glamora, and King Gambit. So, I think what I actually do here, kind of a really weird game, because if I lead with the Oranguru, you follow me, instruct, and you can take all my instructs away with follow me, which kind of sucks. But I think I need to lead the Oranguru here, just mainly to taunt the Amoonguss. That's the main thing. I think I lead Iron Hands. What else do I bring here? I don't know. I want to bring Incineroar, but he has 2 Defiant Mons on his team, which, again, another match where I just don't want to bring Incineroar because there's Defiant Mons on the enemy team, which kind of sucks. I think I'm kind of forced to bring the CONKELDURR here and the King Gambit again, unfortunately. I mean, the Frigoraph ain't bad either, but it's just a really supportive passive mod. It doesn't really do much damage. That's why I don't really want to bring it by itself a lot of the time. It's either usually the Oranguru or the Frigoraph, whichever one you usually want to bring. Because if you bring both, then you just lack damage. I can make a crazy play here and just go Terra Fire turn 1, which I think I might actually just do. I'm just going to go for a Taunt on this turn, and then I'm going to go for Terra Fire. Terra Fire Fake Out on this turn. I think that's what I do here. I guess the special attack drop. Oh shit, it's the end of the world now, y'all. I think that's gonna cost me. So we're in a pretty good spot here now, because the Amoonguss is taunted and it didn't do anything there. So I think what I do now is I go for Trick Room on this turn. And then I'm just gonna Heavy Slam. He might switch out, but if he switches out, that's fine. He's gonna switch out the Amoonguss, okay. Checkmate. What is that? That's the King Gambit. Okay. Moonblast is a fuck ton of damage. Guess that's at +1. I'll see that. So it just one-shots him. That's fine. Not bad. A really solid kill. That's huge. Getting rid of that thing, because it being at +1, it just it 2-shots everything. Now the question is here. I got Trick Room up, but it just comes down to if the King Gambit does he actually outspeed me here? Because if he outspeeds me and goes for Terra Ghost, or Terra Flying, which is another Terra they kind of like to run, or even Terra Fairy, if he outspeeds me here, that could be a bit of a problem. I'm gonna go for Taunt again here. I'm gonna go for Taunt, and I'm gonna Drain Punch. He might actually just go for Rage Powder, but if he does, then that way I'm still getting a Taunt off here. He's probably Terra Fairy. If he's Terra Fairy, that sucks. Please don't be Terra Fairy. He's Terra Dragon. It's better than Terra Fairy, I guess, but like I'm not going to be doing that much damage. Now here's where he just spores everything over and over. That does nothing. That does no damage at all. I think he just Swords Dances here. If he goes for Swords Dance, he might actually just straight up just sweep me here under Trick Room. He just puts everything to sleep here, because that's what Amoonguss does. I think that's another kind of problem with this team. This team has really no way to like check like sleep spam. I've went against like I think 4 or 5 teams that have some way to put me to sleep, mainly Amoonguss. But I went against like another team that had like Sleep Powder, Jump Luff, like a Sun team in like one of my testing games. It was under Sunny. I just outsped everything, just kept putting everything to sleep with Sleep Powder. Yeah, like I almost lost that game too, just mainly because of a sleep spam, and I couldn't do anything. There's another reason why I wish I had Protect on the CONKELDURR too, because if I had Protect, I'd be able to Protect and dodge the sleep because I'd get burned on the next turn. But like now that I don't have that, because I just get put to sleep over and over again. Like, I think this team is good, it has a lot of potential, but like there's a few like huge things that need to be changed with this team to kind of make it a lot better. It's really weak to sleep spam, and it just kind of really shuts this team down. Same with a lot of like, there's a few moves on this team I would really change. I would actually just get rid of Ice Punch on there, or even like the Facade on this. I would actually get rid of Facade and just put Protect on here. Either get rid of Ice Punch or Facade, that's what I would get rid of. Because you're not Terra Normal anyways, even with that like the Guts boost not being Terra Normal, you kind of just lose out on a lot of power there anyways, so there's not really much point in really having Facade. And a lot of stuff they want to switch in versus you, like, to check you most of the time, resist normal type moves, so. Which is mainly Ghost types, which you get walled by anyways. So even like Knockoff would be a lot better of an option. And withdraw the Amoonguss, so at least I get one turn of something off here at least. He goes into Zapdos. I don't know, I think I might, it depends what he has here. I might still get one-shotted or take a shit ton of damage. Still asleep. He wants the Iron Hand's gone. I get my burn though, which is good. I don't get put to sleep, so we just got really lucky there. How many turns of this do I have left? I have one turn of Trick Room, so if he has Protect here, he just goes for a double Protect. Unfortunately, I have Ice Punch, which I'm going to try to go for here. But if he just has Protect, that's what he goes for on this turn, he's double Protects. He's going to withdraw again. So now he's going into the Amoonguss, and you're going to be eating an Ice Punch, bud. So that's actually good for me. Sucker Punch. I live the Sucker Punch. See how much this does. That's a 2-hit KO. I guess I don't think it's going to be a 2-hit KO anymore with a Citrus Berry, though. That's going to be really close, if it is or not. Still asleep. I'm still asleep. That is a 3-turn sleep. That's perfect. That's great. So I think the problem now, like, I mean, the Amoonguss, I'm just going to go for Ice Punch here. I don't know what he has to really one-shot the CONKELDURR. And then what I do here, I'm going to try to attack again. If he goes for Sucker Punch, that's fine. I don't care. But I just need to try to wake up and maybe get some damage off, because it's pretty much worthless at this point in the game. I just need the Iron Hands to drop so I can get a free switch into the King Gambit, but I think in the end, I think what's going to come down to is the Zapdos just coming in and killing everything. Oh, he actually has Iron Head. I swear if I flinch, I'm going to be really mad. I miss out on a KO onto the King Gambit. That was a real low roll there, actually. I get the Ice Punch off. Does it kill? It actually does. Okay. So that's actually surprising. I'm going to be in a really bad spot here, though, because like on this next turn, what's going to happen is he probably goes for Sucker Punch onto the Iron Hands here. It's going to come down to the Zapdos versus the King Gambit, and I think he just wins that every single time. I think that's what happens here. I'm going to go for Mach Punch onto the King Gambit, and if I somehow live, I'm going to go for Supercell Slam. Yeah, he just goes for Sucker Punch. So it's going to come down to King Gambit versus Zapdos. I lose that because I don't have a Terra. That's real unfortunate. That's really unfortunate here. That's real unfortunate. Maybe I should have just went for, I don't know, Fake Out actually there. If I would have went for Fake Out, technically Fake Out's still an attacking move, so I'm not sure if maybe Sucker Punch still would have worked there. Because now, unless he's Choice Scarfed, I think the only hope we have here to win is if he's like Choice Scarf Zapdos. Because if he's not Scarfed, he might be Life Orbed. He's not, so. If he's Scarfed, I win. If he's not, I lose automatically here. We're gonna find out. I'm just gonna Protect on this turn to see if he's Scarfed. He might be Scarfed, y'all. He might be Scarfed. Holy shit. What is my play here, though? Like, do I go for Swords Dance on this turn? I'm not sure. He's probably Scarfed. I think I go for Swords Dance. That's a 3 KO, and he's taking a lot of recoil damage, actually, so. He's Choice Scarfed. I think that is probably the biggest blessing in disguise here. It really is, because if he's not Scarfed, he would have won the game. I'm going to go for Sucker Punch here. I want to see how much damage it actually does. At +2, it should do a solid amount. That's a 2 KO. So I think I just win at this point, unless he gets a crit here. Yeah, I think that's actually a roll, so he probably dies to recoil, actually. Yeah, he's Choice Scarfed, so. Wow, that's crazy. This thing, if he had one different item there, we would have lost the match. That's how close this game came. If he was not Scarfed, I would have lost. That's crazy. Really close match. He was running Iron Head on his King Gambit there too. Like, if he didn't have Iron Head, I don't think he would have had any way to really touch the CONKELDUR there. So the CONKELDUR would have been around a lot longer. So that also kind of was good on his part, because he's actually running a Steel move on his King Gambit. So let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, I think if you guys want a really cool team around CONKELDUR, this team is pretty solid. I think the main thing with this team is it has all the pieces in place to actually be a really good team. There's just a few, like, kind of major things I would kind of change. At least for me personally, I've played this, I think I have like 7 or 8 games with this team. I think you guys are only going to see maybe like 3 or 4 of them in the video, but I did a couple testing games too before I started the direct record with the team. I think the main thing I would really change with this team is, first of all, I would get rid of either Swords Dance, or I'd really get rid of Protect, but I'd probably get rid of Swords Dance on the King Gambit, and I'd throw a Steel move, probably like Iron Head onto the King Gambit. At least the majority of the time when I brought the King Gambit, I never had a Steel move, and I think if I had a Steel move for a lot of the matches I had, either I would have won, or it would have been a lot easier of a game. I think having the Steel type coverage, especially for this team, is really, really good. Especially because you have two fighting types that are weak to Fairy, and having that Steel type coverage, I think, is just really needed for this team specifically. So, I think the other thing too is I would actually change the Terra on the CONKELDUR. Terra Dragon, I'm not sure what the Terra Dragon's really for. I think maybe it's for Ogerpon. That's all I can really guess it's really for, but I would actually change it to, if you want to really keep the facade with like the Flame Warp type stuff, either change it to Terra Normal, or like more of a defensive Terra, like Terra Water, or like even like Terra, I don't know, like Terra Steel, maybe, just to dodge the fighting, or like the Fairy type moves. Or like resist the Fairy type moves would be a lot better, or even like Terra Fire. You're probably not Terra Fire because you have the Iron Hands, that's already a Terra Fire, but... And then, like, I would also get rid of, like, Ice Punch on this thing, mainly for Protect. I think having Protect on the CONKELDUR just allows it to be more of a lead and allows you to get your flame orb a lot easier, because a lot of the problems I was having with the CONKELDURR is I would either take so much damage to the point where I only had like 1 or 2 turns to actually do damage under Trick Room with the Flame Orb boost, or I would just not even be able to get the Flame Orb off, and I would just not do nearly enough damage to stuff I needed to do damage to on a lot of the stuff, or at least a lot of the turns. So that's the main thing. I think the only other thing on this team is I would kind of I would maybe get one of the items, get rid of one of the items and swap it out with like either a safety goggles or maybe throw like a Terra Grass somewhere on this team, or like something to stop like sleep spam, because I think this team is kind of really weak to sleep spam. I went against like 4 or 5 teams. I think like 3 or 4 of them had Amoonguss. Every single time they had Amoonguss on their team, they would bring it versus me, and just mainly because under Trick Room it outspeeds. Amoonguss is base 30, so it like outspeeds everything, even on this team under Trick Room. It just puts everything to sleep. If you can put everything to sleep on this team and shut everything down with just sporing or like going for sleep powder on this team, you just don't do anything. I think that's a major kind of flaw with this team. Granted, it's kind of hard to actually kind of play around that, because like you don't really want to throw a Terra Grass onto this team, let alone like swap an item out for like a safety goggles or something on this team. Maybe like into the Eye of Papa Berry on the instant, or maybe safety goggles. I don't know what you really swap out with on this team. Maybe onto the Oran Guru, you could throw safety goggles or like a Lumberry or something onto it. I'm not sure, but Mental Herb I guess is okay. But you also have Terra Dark, so if you really want to, if you're afraid of getting Prankster taunted, maybe that's something you can use. But I know taunt's also a lot more common on like Flutter Mane currently, so that's kind of what the Mental Herbs I'm assuming probably for. So a lot of the faster stuff just running like non-Prankster taunt. I don't know. At least for this team, like it's not a bad team. I just think it has a few things they can improve on to make it a lot better. Not really a bad team by any means. So if you guys want to use the team, run to code up in the corner. I'll have a paste down below. I had fun with the team. That's the main thing that matters. I had fun with it. So, and I had some really solid games. There's a few games I played like shit, and I didn't really have what I really needed. I think that was just kind of a few flaws with the teams, but it's kind of had a bad matchup in that type of way. But overall, fun team. You guys like the team, use it, rental code in the corner. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Peace out, everybody.